Okay, so in this little piece, something quite upsetting, I think, on a more serious note. There's been a little altercation on the YouTube from John Alott. He's the guy that's doing, with his dad Tony, who's doing a beautiful job on this mini pickup, and I love his website, I love his site, I love watching what they do, and they do it in real time. It's really great. But he made a video last night. He's watching DB Mini DIY, and I hadn't seen it because obviously I've been away, and I had lots of videos I went through last night because I got back after a couple of days. I have about 150 subs to different ones, and they're not all car ones. Some are boats and boat guys building boats. Not that I'm a boat guy, but all kinds of stuff. Guys living off the land, all that kind of thing. Anyway. So there was a bunch up last night when I got back because I've been away since Sunday, and I kind of, what I tend to do is flick through them first and then go back and look at them at my leisure because I have plenty of times to do it. Anyway, I watched the video from DB and of this red Mini that he's got. Now what's happened at the moment is John made some comments on it. One particular comment he made about the inner wing, which I have to agree, he's right. The very fact that it broke from completely off from the front inner wing means there's obviously something wrong with the subframe mountings or the stabilizers or drive shafts, whatever it is. It needs investigating for sure. Just popping it back together. I'm sure you're all aware. I mean, I do not do that. I will not butt weld two pieces of metal that were together again, because you know, if they've been snapped like that, there's obviously a reason behind it. You know, I prefer to go with a whole panel, but that's neither here nor there. There was a lot of things said, and I don't want to play devil's advocate, and I don't want to get any more harsh treatment that I had when I had the same situation myself with Matt Green. So last year, I think it was, he put a video up about a subframe. When I saw it, I couldn't believe that he was going to do these repairs to something that was potentially very, very dangerous. And I, instead of contacting him, because I did have his email address, and Matt and I used to talk to each other on email, because at one point he asked me if we would, you know, collaborate with a job. But I had already mentioned to Matt when he was making the rotisserie that the feet were too small and it could be dangerous, and the welding wasn't great, to say the least. And he basically took the comment off and just ignored me. So I thought what I should have done, in actual fact, was, in retrospect, is I should have emailed him and said, look, you know, what you're trying to do here is wrong. And but I didn't. I stupidly opened my mouth, and I got a lot of flack, a lot of shit for it. And I can see this happening for both. As I said, DB has been gracious enough to take it down just now, the video, to have a think about it and look over it and maybe speak directly with John. But as I say, there were some things said that were pretty harsh. And you know, I think the lesson from this is, you know, maybe sometimes have a look at a video and look at it maybe 2 or 3 times more and make some notes and think, well, okay, yeah, he said that, but he also did this, and we have to jump on things. You know, I think there's a quote here from, there was a comment from Stuart Palmer, and he commented on the video that I gave a hard time to from Matt Green about this subframe. And he said the same thing at the time. You know, at the end of the day, we're making a permanent record here. And even if you dump the video, somebody else could actually, because it's public domain, people can copy it and they've still got it. And if you make a mistake, ignorance is no defence in the eyes of the law. And I believe 100% with all my heart that DB is a top guy, so straight as a die, and would not sell anything to somebody if he thought it was in the slightest bit dangerous. This is the very reason he does these videos. I think in this particular case, John is correct, but he's not wrong, but he's, how can I say it with being diplomatic? That's a problem in the world today. Everything's fucking PC. the bottom line is I think he's a little bit overstepped the mark, and I would like to have emailed John, but I don't have his email address unfortunately, so I'm doing it here right now. So let's try and be all grown up, lads, and let's maybe see if we can talk it out and discuss it. I'm sure John, in the cold light of day, would think, yeah, okay, it was a bit excessive or whatever, and I'm sure DB, being the man that he is, I mean, when he does his videos, he tries to research them, he does the content right, and he's not a person who would do anything to anybody to hurt them. He's a guy who likes being in his garage, working on his cars, doing the best he can with what he's got, and so on and so forth. But yeah, this particular repair is iffy, and I think he knows that now, and I'm sure when he goes back and has a look, when he gets a chance to have a look at it, he'll say something and he'll come up. I hope both John and DB can get their heads together over this, let it go by. But you know, this is the problem with YouTube. It's all very well getting nice comments and thumbs up and subs and all that kind of stuff, but you know, there is a price to pay, and the price to pay is that you're open to criticism. You know, and I've always believed that constructive criticism, yes, go for it, but just criticism is not the way to go. And you need to be very careful about what you say, and I've realised that now. This is WhatsApp going mental, and I've realised that now, and we are in a position to give people false information or wrong information. So I think we really need to pull our belts in and say, yeah, I was wrong, or should I put this up, shouldn't I put it up, you know. So I hope that we can resolve this, because I like both the channels. There were some things, harsh things said, very harsh things that maybe shouldn't have come out, but I do understand it. As I said, I've been there, got the t-shirt and everything, and it wasn't fun. I got a lot of flack and a lot of shit. I got a lot of support by the same token, but it doesn't make it any easier. And I'm sorry I actually did it. I should have gone a different route, but you know, at the time you look at something and think, my God, you know, whatever. And there's so many. We're lucky, we have a fairly good community, and rarely there's any really harsh comments or anything, but there is a lot more out there that you could get. So anyway, I just wanted to put my tilt on it, and hopefully, as I say, DB and John will get together and man up and say, right, okay, I did this and you did that, and we can square it all up. I really hope so. So that's all I have to say on it, and let's just hope everything gets resolved. So a quick update from inside the garage. So we've put a few extra bits on now. There's the vacuum tank. There's a valve that fits on that, which I'll be getting in the UK. This is the servo unit. Obviously this would sit under the wing in reality, but he's put it onto a bracket there. There's still enough space for your feet, because obviously we want to run everything, make sure it works. Obviously these would be going in different positions, yeah, and you can see now that the radiator is slumped back, or what we've done is put these brackets on it now. And I know that looks like a really big angle, but that's actually how they are in reality, because you can see the top hoses there. Yeah, so yeah, we're getting close to giving it a run. And what else is, oh, the tank we've got to do up now, just making a massive list up for the parts in the UK. You can see this is the prop shaft that's not cleaned up in it, because that's the original one from the car, because this had an overdrive unit. And what's wrong with this system, even if the yokes were good, is you can see there is a sliding sleeve there, and there is a sliding sleeve on the box, and obviously you can't have both. It could, you know, could come out one end and more on the other, so it needs to have just the sliding sleeve in the T5, the Trimac T5 box, and nothing in the prop. So we have to either buy them off the shelf or get them made. Going on from that, Amir informed me, or his wife was looking at the E-Type, and they found some mouse droppings. So he's gone over it to make sure they haven't put a nest down in the car, you know, over the winter. So he's had a good look around, and everything seems to be okay. Well, I certainly hope it's okay. But there was a few little mouse droppings, and so what we'll do is completely go over it and make sure he's not put a nest in here anywhere, or she. That could be bad news. Yeah, so you can see there's a few little droppings here and there. That's definitely one. That's definitely some of it. You can see it. I don't know if you can see that. That's mouse droppings for sure. Anyway, so I'll have to get him out wherever he is. So another job to be done. I mean, now this time of the year, now they'll start coming in and trying to find a nice safe place to be warmer in. So yeah, that's what we're up to. And you can see the plants are in. This is my wife's plants that won't take a harsher winter. Well, you know, -10 or below. So they're all coming in, and then we can water them for her. So like most guys, I have to give up space as well for other things. So anyway, as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and be kind to each other if you can. Bye.